we're back. This is NBL Overtime, all thanks to LD Mobile. Wherever you might be, hello to you. What a week, what a big week. The NBL Cup into its finale. It's going to be huge. Are they different Sunnies?
Yes, they are.
Good on you, man.
How you doing?
Corey Williams in the house. Hello, I'm good. You?
Very, very well. Let's get into it.
Thank you, Liam Santamaria. Studs and Duds is up, nbl.com.au via the NBL app. Hello.
Hello, man. Big week.
Huge week.
Final week of the NBL Cup.
Yes. So let's start with the team that is almost, in fact, I'm going to say he's the hottest in it. Let's start with the Brisbane Bullets because they were brilliant. Of course, they lose in New Zealand. So what happens? They go around and beat Perth and then they beat Melbourne United on Sunday. Roll the highlights because they were really fun to watch. Not necessarily in this one, but either way, talk to me, Liam Santamaria. I'll go to you first. What changed, really, in 48 hours, because their wins against Perth on Friday and then United on Sunday were stuff of a team that can do some damage.
Well, I've been trying to tell you about the Brisbane Bullets for 18 months, boys. It's lonely here.
Yeah, you've been telling us they're no good.
It's lonely here on Brisbane Island. You know, we're back. Let's go. The beach is white, nice white sand, and Vic Law's up and about, and this team is rolling. I love the way they're going about it. They've got their two superstars in Sobey and Law, and everybody knows that they're their two main guys, but they're playing as a team. Orlando Johnson's starting to find his feet. Jason Kadee continues to rack up the assist numbers, and Matt Hodgson having a career year. Put a career high 24 on the board the other night and absolutely baptised Mason Peatling. So Bullets fans must be loving life. You see this team come out and they beat the top two teams in a row, Melbourne and Perth, and the style of play that they are putting out there at both ends of the floor is very fun to watch.
Look, everything Liam said, that's all I got.
Okay, well, I'll add a little bit. We've spoken a fair bit, and it's not just us, it's everyone in the basketball community and media-wise. We're talking about teams that might work.
Oh!
No, hang on, we'll get to that in a minute. Calm down. Teams with the NBL Cup and the hub and the way that the season is structured, teams that it'll work for, teams that it might not work for. It's definitely worked for the Brisbane Bullets. They've had the Mo thing going. They've obviously come closer together. They're a little slow to get going. They've got a different crew coming in, of course, with two brand new imports, a tweaking slightly of Nathan Sobey in the way that he was attacking, be it point guard or shooting guard and all the rest of it. Wholeheartedly, the NBL Cup, we might look back on the end of this year and say, this is the best thing or was the best thing that happened for the Brisbane Bullets because and they were no good against New Zealand, but the last two games, we're seeing a team that is learning each and every week. And the Sobey Law, the two superstars you touched on, Liam, that's great because you have to have these superstars to win big games. But everyone else is buying in 100% to the roles and it's designed beautifully.
Everything you just said.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to go.
You guys are hitting it on the nail today. I got nothing.
I'm going to go one step further, and I said this last week, and I don't want to have to do it each and every week. But Basketball Australia, Gorge, whoever it is, just put Nathan Sobey in the squad.
Oh my God, Nathan.
What more can he do?
Nathan Sobey is flat out balling.
He'll be in the squad.
He's flat out balling, and look, there's so much basketball left to play. I'm enjoying watching this angry, pissed off Nathan Sobey. And in the game against Melbourne United down the stretch, cool, calm, and collected. Calm, and collected.
And you know what? That's the beautiful thing about it. He's still got that emotion, but he's also got the maturity. You know, and then of course he's always in incredible shape. The skill level is at a high point, and when you combine all those things, he's just in a beautiful place right now.
A huge moment, I thought, for Brisbane. Melbourne United battle back from that huge deficit, take the lead, home court, they're cooking. Chris Golding's doing what, didn't seem like he missed a beat, doing what he does, and they just handled it. They handled it beautifully down the stretch. They didn't panic, and they were able to get the W. Now, here we go. Yes or no?
Oh, already?
Yep, just one question.
Jeez. Yo, I woke up this morning.
I'm glad.
Good.
And thank God. And the first thing I did, I went on Instagram and just began talking about. I just woke up. I was like, I got to talk about this because I went to sleep thinking about it. And I woke up thinking about it.
What are we talking about?
This dunk
Thank you.
on Matty.
All right, yes or no? Bigger dunk than Cam Oliver's?
I literally, they're both incredible. Mason Peatling, welcome to the NBL. Oh my God.
Hey, we have got the question up at NBL.
Oh my God.
Here we go. This is the Oliver dunk from a month or so ago. of course.
Oh my God, yo, like.
And Moller and Hunter. Okay, so at NBL, jump on right now. You can tell us which one do you think was the better dunk? Was it that from Oliver? Was it Matt Hodgson and what he did on Sunday?
You know why this is so difficult? Both the guys fell. You understand? So it's like, when you talk power and authority behind a dunk and force, when a guy falls, you win. You know what I mean? And in both of these occasions, they both fell. It's hard. They're both they're incredible. Both of them. I didn't think I'd see a dunk this year better than Cam Oliver's dunk. Mason Peatling.
You got to answer the question.
Oh my God!
You got to answer the question. We expect the NBL Overtime family
to the NBL.
to
Mason Peatling.
answer the question.
Oh, do you know what? Don't answer the question.
No, you have to.
Because they're both unbelievable.
Hang on. No.
I can't answer it.
You have to answer it. We are asking the
I
NBL
can't answer
Overtime
it.
family.
Okay, well, whatever
and the
you
fans.
say, I'll say the other one because they're both incredible dunks. Now, listen, honestly, the vision is.
Hang on. So, hey, NBL Overtime fans, just get burner accounts so you can vote for both. Give me a spell, Liam.
The vision is unbelievable, right?
The camera shot.
The camera shot.
Who caught that?
But have you guys? I'm sure you guys and everyone else has done the same thing as me. With the vision, I've paused it on and just frame by frame watched Mason Peatling take a ride on Matt Hodgson's knee. It was
Oh my
it was
God.
incredible. And the beautiful point was like when it happened, it was like the very end of a statement
Yeah, it
win
was.
over the top team, and he put that man on the hardwood.
Everything Liam just said. Yo, you guys are nailing it.
At NBL, jump on, vote. Don't get a burner account. If you do, LD Mobile, of course, but make sure your vote is up there right now, Oliver or Hodgson. Hey, as much as we talk about Brisbane finding form, really, the only team that Perth have lost to have been the hottest team in the NBL Cup. They were pretty good on Friday night while losing, and then Sunday they were just clinical. You were there at the game. I know you were, Homicide. Talk to us of what you thought on this particular team because the Wildcats were incredible. Of course, they beat the Phoenix in a tight one last Wednesday. You think they can win it even if they don't feel the importance?
Perth Wildcats. Oh my God, this is me saying this. Perth
Come on.
Perth Wildcats with this team can win the championship. With this team can win the championship. Here's why. This is an incredible move. He made a difficult move look so easy. That hesitation on the baseline throws the two defenders and continue to go baseline reverse layup. Incredible. Bryce Cotton is Bryce Cotton, right? We know this. Boomer Bryce. No big deal with what he's done because he does it all the time. The question was everybody else, right? John Mooney, arguably Rookie of the Year. He's been great. Another double-double. We've grown accustomed to seeing him do this. He's done it his whole career in college, and he's doing it now in the NBL. Great. Guess who's the guy? Todd Blanchfield. That's the question mark. Could he play consistent basketball at a high level the way Perth Wildcats and Trevor Gleeson is going to demand of him? And he's done that. He's in what you guys would call a purple patch. He's balling. He's hitting all the tough shots. The mid-range shot, he's not relying solely on the three. He's flat out getting it done. Mitch Norton, a defensive beast. The questions that needed to be answered, for me at least, was could he level his play up post Damian Martin? Right now, we're not thinking about the great Damian Martin's absence. We're not saying, damn, they're missing Damian Martin. You know what we're saying? Mitch Norton has stepped the hell up. He's hitting the three. He's an undersized, he's not undersized, but he is a guy that you don't believe can get to the rack and finish the way he finishes. And he is an absolute savage. An absolute savage on defense. Oh my God. Shout out to Mitch Norton. Funny enough, at the end of the game while doing radio, Gleeson walks out, right? Gleeson is going. Cotton is walking out. You know, obviously the radio, we're right there. Gleeson looks at us, I was like, what's up, coach? He was like, now you can stop bagging us, right? I was like, you right. And I said behind him was Bryce. I was like, and that's my buddy there too. Shout out to the Wildcats, man. They doing their thing.
What this team is doing is unbelievable. Seriously, I mean, remember the 2018 Grand Final win, and we talked about what an unbelievable championship that was. That team, none of us, they needed a third import, and none of us expected them to get that done against that talented Melbourne team. Well, what they're doing this year is even more incredible. Trevor Gleeson is he's just doing what he's always done, really. But this roster, Kevin Wyatt, I mean, Tom Jervis was retired for a long time. Jared Bairstow they plucked him out of the stands. He was a medical engineer 6 months ago, and now he's starting for this team. Luke Travers and Wani Swakala-Bullock are teenagers. Jesse Wagstaff's having a career year at 100 years old. Corey Shervill. Who is Corey Shervill?
Right.
Has anybody worked out who Corey Shervill is?
Well, this is a bad joke, but has anyone ever seen him and Steindl in the same room? They look identical.
But this guy's coming out, playing legit minutes for this team. Doing so. The infrastructure of that organisation, and John Mooney, and Todd Blanchfield playing consistently, and Bryce Cotton continuing. It's absolutely incredible that with this roster, despite having those extraordinary talents right at the peak of it, that they've been able to bring it together so quickly and be as tough a beat as they always have been during the Trevor Gleeson era. So hats off to Trevor Gleeson, because he right now is the coach of the year
For sure.
by a country
For
mile.
sure.
Now,
For sure.
just on Todd Blanchfield, statistically and the way they've just been able to mimic what Tariko White did for the last 2 years, which I don't think anyone saw coming. And that's not to diminish Todd Blanchfield's incredible NBL career and the longevity of it and how he's played his ball. But if you look at the numbers and the way that they're going about it, he's just stepped in and played almost the exact same role that the import did, who was part of those last 2 championships.
He's doing it better.
Well, that's probably arguably, yeah.
He's more consistent.
Yep.
He's there week in, week out, double figures in every single game, maybe except for one over the course of the season, knocking down shots, getting it done at the defensive end, helping out on the glass. It's unbelievable.
You mentioned John Mooney. He has been incredible.
Yeah,
we interviewed him on NBL Overtime when he signed, and we knew he was going to hit the glass, and there was that slight question mark amongst not just us, but many that, how's he going to go offensively? Well, he's been huge. I've got nothing else to say about the Perth Wildcats because they continue to do it each and every week. All right, let's talk about New Zealand, though, because they are starting to find a bit of their groove as well. This has been a situation that's well publicised out of their country. We don't know when they're going to get back to New Zealand. They're doing it great. We've got the absolute highest admiration for them. They're starting games pretty good, and they had a chance to beat Melbourne United in the end, just going down, but they have found their groove. I'm going to ask you, Homicide, first, because you're big on this crew. What's changed the last couple of games, or last week and a bit?
Sometimes when a player gets hurt, other players step up. And sometimes when a big-time player gets hurt, the team folds, right? In this situation, they've stepped up. They couldn't actually play any worse at the time when he got injured, Lamar Patterson. So the brothers, obviously the Webster brothers, are absolutely cooking. Ty Webster is a beast. Corey Webster's killing as well. But I think the biggest thing was finding a balance to get the other players involved and them being still aggressive. And I believe that they found that balance in the last couple of games. You got a guy like Galloway comes in, plays well, right? You get a guy like Iverson coming in, balling. He's getting touches. He's more active defensively and offensively. He's done well for them. Abercrombie is key. He's more involved offensively, which means his defense is going to be there. He's a great on-ball defender as well. So when you have other guys stepping in, Finn Delaney comes in, he's getting more touches. I really believe it's really just about finding the balance of that backcourt continuing to be aggressive, and they're going to score the bulk load of the points, but get everybody else involved, and I believe they've done a better job of that.
Yeah, no, you're right. And we talent is great, but on paper, talent is just talent. What's even better is chemistry and harmony within your team and everybody knowing their place. And that's kind of solidified without Lamar. Now, they're going to have a situation where they bring Lamar back in. How they handle that's going to be really interesting. But in the meantime, they're rolling. Ty Webster's one of the top couple of informed players in the league. And I like the balance he's got in his game right now of getting buckets and getting other guys. He's making good decisions. Some teams are playing him for the pass, he's scoring. Some teams are playing him for the scoring, he's setting other guys up. Top 5 in scoring and assists. And he's a brother, obviously. When he's not banged up, he was a little banged up against Melbourne, he's in a great space as well. Colton Iverson's the best screener in the league. So they're in a really good place right now. A few weeks ago, that's the team you wanted on your schedule. Right now, it's not like that.
I did see that Todd Webster enjoyed your positivity towards him as well on Twitter last week. So then it's something as well that I think going forward, we're going to see if they start to enjoy their basketball a little bit more, and we spoke about this last week, they just seem to be playing with more instinct. For whatever reason, those last couple of weeks, I think it's more of that instinctive basketball. We know how good they are and how talented these players are individually, and hopefully they can continue to roll.
I'm hearing they're moving and shaking to try to bring someone else into the roster. Just, keep an eye on that.
Well, hang on. In what position? As in release someone?
Well, they've got a spot right now because Rob Lowe left the team and they haven't replaced him. Karen Galloway's given him minutes as a DP, but just watch this space on them in terms of bringing someone in.
An Australian or an import? Or a Kiwi or an import?
Honestly, that's as much as I've heard to this point.
You believe that?
Of course not.
No, thank you. All right. Hey, they had another win this week. Homicide, you're a fashionista. I'm going to show you a pair of shoes. Tell me if you know from the New Zealand Breakers who sported them. Unless it's got the name up there. Which will give it away. You like that?
Yeah, those are, if I'm correct, those are some Kobe's, right?
They are Kobe's.
Yeah.
Our man Bark.
Those are nice, and shout out to Brisbane Bullets.
Yeah, sure. They look good, don't they?
He's been a surprise this season.
Yes, he has.
JD Sneaker of the Week. I'm not even certain he's released yet, so he is more talented
Wow.
off the court as well as being on it. All right, as our Sneaker of the Week.
Hustle with the kicks.
What do you got on this week, mate? You head down to JD?
Ooh.
Yeah, I know you got them from JD. Have a look at this.
No.
We're getting these because all thanks to JD Sports, the undisputed king of trainers. They are going old school. The Nike Dunk High OG Syracuse. That's from 1985. They're being released this week in all sizes, not just adult sizes, kid sizes. You can deck out
14s?
the whole family.
They got 14s?
Yeah, no, you just call Shaq. He'll give you one of his old pairs. 14s, give me a spell. Be true to your school basketball campaign. And they're back in 2021 in full family sizes. Get involved. They're launching Saturday at JD Sports. Get some more info, or even more importantly, secure your P. You don't need any more info. You've just seen them. Check it out. jd-sports.com.au.
He'll wear it
He'll be
next
there
week.
for sure, no doubt. I was saying if he'd got him without us again. All right, let's talk about a couple of teams one that is really struggling and one that has struggled because of injuries. We'll start with Melbourne United. Chris Golding was back, was really good on Sunday, but Scotty Hobson going to be out for a little while as well, 3 to 4 weeks. We're continuing to see, of course, Jack White with that finger surgery. And the most frustrating part is that Scotty Hobson was actually easing himself into it.
Hold on, struggling? This team's struggling?
No, they're not. They're struggling with injury.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Struggling with injury.
There's no issue with Melbourne United,
Well,
right?
that was, I guess, the question as well.
You're right. Chris Golding was out, Shea Yili was out for a period of time, and Scotty Hobson got rolling. Jack White out now. Scotty Hobson's going to miss. They're kind of managing that. They're a super deep team. Jock Landale, Mitch McCarron, those guys all playing at a really high level. What's happening with them right now is what we knew was going to happen. They were not going to go undefeated. They were going to have some injuries like every team does. And they were going to drop some games. And they're working their way through that right now. They dropped one at Perth a little while back. They dropped this one to Brisbane. But this team is fully bought in. They're buying what the coaching staff is selling. They're working together really well. They're getting Chris Golding back into the mix. Like Lamar Patterson coming back with New Zealand, down the road, when Scotty Hobson comes back, they're going to still need to work out that chemistry, that role definition, make sure he and Golding and Landale and McCarron are all working well. We haven't fully seen that at top flight yet this season, which just goes to show that they've still got room to grow over the course of the year.
Everything Liam said.
Oh, kid, don't give me that.
I'm on half the man's pay today.
You guys are nailing everything.
What do you
All
mean?
my thoughts.
What are you saying? We don't nail it every other week?
I mean, but today I'm silent. You guys have it. Everything you're saying is right.
All right. Okay. That team is struggling with some injuries, okay, as you mentioned, and you're right. When it comes to the end of the year, I don't think it's going to really hurt if they win or don't win the championship. Some team that is struggling, though, right now are the Illawarra Hawks. Let's spend some time on them because they are struggling. They haven't been able to find their groove, and they were just absolutely smacked from the opening tip against Perth on Sunday afternoon. I'm going to start with you so Liam doesn't steal your good gear.
Yep.
What is going on with this team that we still enjoy watching them play? We understand how talented some of these guys are. Dingadale still, again, something we raised a couple of weeks ago to work back into it after some injury. Talk to me about what you did see on Sunday, though.
What I saw was a flat-out ass whooping. Like, what you have to realize is that they're a up-tempo team, right? All Gleason did was sit them in the half court. Your role players are going to have to beat us. Tyler Harvey, we know he's going to get his. That's cool. We're going to lock the rookie down. Justinian Jessup. They locked him down. And nobody else is going to step up. They're not a half-court team. Let's make them play half-court basketball. They're athletes that want to run and gun. Half-court, ain't nobody going to kill you. And that's what you need to do with this team. I said it before. Deng needs to step up. He hasn't done that consistently. They're going to lose because of it. Simple. This ain't a cupcake league. Show us why you were in the NBA. I have yet to see that. You're healthy. There's no excuse. You're getting shots. There's no excuse. You're getting attempts. You're getting time on the court. There's no excuse. Level up. That's the reality of it. He's going to break the shackles of that backcourt to get to release, the pressure release on them. Who else is going to step up? Sam Froling, what is this, year 2? Mm-hmm. I'm not expecting anything more from him, right? It's not on him. Of course, he got to play better, but it's like he's a baby. He doesn't have enough experience for me to say here, I need you to do blah, blah, blah. It's because of you. Nah. It all comes down to the marquee player. Them imports is doing what they're doing. Justinian Jessup is a rookie. What am I expecting from him at this level consistently for this team to win? He's a rookie. That marquee player needs to step up. Simple. That's it. I got nothing else.
All right. Well, I'm going to hold your thoughts on Illawarra, and I want to ask you about Cairns. Mm-hmm. Another team that we came in with high expectations. We'll start with Cameron Oliver, because he hasn't been able to play at the same level he did last year. What do you see there?
I got big worries about the Taipans. I wrote this yesterday. That's not a happy camp right now. They are very disconnected. They're dysfunctional right now. Cam Oliver's in a really not good space. Clearly doesn't like his role, clearly not on the same page as the coach right now. He's playing limited minutes. He's not having the impact on the game that we're used to seeing him have. Now, some of that is a result of how teams are playing Scotty Machado. We've talked about that over the course of the year. They're trying to take away that Machado-Oliver combination, and they're doing a good job of that, turning Scotty into a scorer, still leading the league in dimes as he sets guys up. But I think there's a big disconnect between the coaching staff and that playing group right now. Oliver is a key part of that. Courtney can't get going, can't find his space. Mo King is frustrated, clearly wants to be playing more minutes, probably should be playing more minutes. They're in a deep, dark hole right now. All
right, let's just quickly. Then this happens when teams lose, okay? And it's easy to just say, hey, there's disconnect between. And BC,
do you know what? I felt like this even when they won that game during the last round. Their body language, they're not together. Nate Jawai was enormous in that game.
He was.
And he got them through it. But even that win, there were some alarm bells ringing for me.
There is a slight positive. You did mention Mojave King. Let's have a look at some highlights from Sunday's game, because he had an opportunity and played well. Or what I mean, Saturday's actually, my apologies. But we've got to see a little more of him. Of course, he's had some injury disruptions as well. But he got out there, and you pointed out, Liam, you think this is the type of stuff that's going to earn him more court time?
Well, he needs to play more. Mm-hmm. They've got to roll him out. And you're going to take some lumps down the other end. You know, he missed blockouts, blow-bys. Those things are a bit of still an issue for him. But you need him out there. The kid can stroke it. He can make plays, and you need him to build his confidence. And, you know, you didn't sign him as a next star on his way to the NBA draft to park him on the bench and have him not play. So you're going to need to work it out with him out there on the floor. And he showed some good signs on the weekend.
Just on that, there's a practice court, right? So maybe they're not seeing enough of what they expect from him. That's why he's not playing minutes, right?
Well, you do see it when he checks in. He's hitting shots and but you see those things that I just spoke about. But they're going to need to work through that because he needs to be out there on the floor.
All right.
You have to play this kid. Why do you play him in preseason and he's putting up numbers, and now in regular season you don't play him? He was 4 for 4. And he was hitting big threes in that game when they needed points.
Shouldn't have come out.
Why are you taking him out? You're not winning anyway. Why are you not playing him? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's in preseason, you've played him, and he was balling. How you don't play him at all? At all? Of course, I mess up as a pro. There was a couple of games, I done had 10 turnovers a couple of times. I done messed up. You got to play me still. Of course he's going to mess up sometimes. He's a next star. Your pro's messing up. Play the kid, man. Play him, yo.
All thanks to LD Mobile. Top 10 time.
Round 8 is in the books. Let's make this one cook. It's your Aldi Mobile NBL Top 10. At number 10, it's time for your weekly dose of slam from Cam. Of course it is. To get the board, Oliver climbs above the trees, then hammers this one home to bring the defense to their knees. A Cam slam for Cairns gets in at number 10. On to number 9, where Bryce Cotton makes like a pretzel to wrap this dime right around Yanni Wetzel. Cotton, with arms like a rubber band, sets up John Mooney for the two-handed slam as Perth gets in at number 9. At 8, Vic Law has been a breakout player this season, and if you're looking for a reason, this jam will have you believe it. The rebound throw down gets Brisbane in at number 8. We're up to number 7, where Jordan says, I believe I can fly, and we can see why as Natai takes to the sky. There's some air in this Jordan too as he does his lean in on the way to the hoop. Cairns gets in with another slam at number 7. Defense gets in at number 6, where Keanu Pinder says return to sender. This weak side help was top shelf as Keanu has an excellent adventure in the countdown. Adelaide jumps in at number 6. We're into the top 5, where Landau's bringing more energy than an angry beehive. On one end, he gets the block, but keep your eye on Jock and just get him the rock. Landau's on his horse, and of course he's a force. Big Jock in with the end-to-end at number 5. At 4, just watch Brad Newley get off the floor. Just like LeBron, Brad's 36, and he's still got springs for those airborne tricks. He's named Brad Newley not oldly because he goes boldly and gets in at number 4. On to number 3, where Jason Kadee can plainly see that Vic Law has been set completely free from all those laws of gravity. Victor Law, stronger than Brute Cologne as he climbs to the throne to throw this one home. He gets in at number 3. At number 2, going right down the lane to bring the pain, it's Jordan Hunter, punctuating with an airborne pirouette at the net even the GOAT wouldn't regret. Jordan goes soaring for Sydney. He gets in at number 2. But at number 1, somebody please tell Mason Peatling's family to look away because my man's on the wrong end of the number 1 play. Matt Hodgson levitates, detonates, and completely eliminates the competition on this airborne mission that lands Big Mac at number 1 on the NBL. Cut it.
Oh my goodness.
No surprises. All thanks to LD Mobile. Number 1, Matt Hodgson. Vote now. Hodgson or Oliver, best dunk. Santa's watching.
Let's go. We're back.
Oh man, let's see what we got here.
Let's start with Bryce Cotton. Strong attack to the rack and cleans up Scott, the cameraman. But let's have a look at it from Scott's point of view.
Oh, yes.
Real quick, because he had the great man bearing down. How would you like to have been in his moment right here? Oh. Bang!
Ooh.
And Scott completely lost control.
Oh my goodness.
The big fella's pretty banged up, isn't he? He's taking hits left, right, and centre. Colton Iverson. There's Ty Webster. He's wishing he was in Saudi Arabia right now, quite clearly. How about this wedgie? A bit of a strange wedgie. You don't see him just kind of plonk it in there like that too often. From Big Matty Hodgson. Look at Pete Hooley. He's like, Nicole's like, yo, you're on. Put your mask back on.
And true.
And I like this moment. This is a nice little moment of brotherly love. No Hawks around, so Jared's like, all right,
Yeah.
big bro, up you go. And then here he is.
Yeah, oh, come on.
Do you want to watch the game at some point?
Hang on.
Okay.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
you get some nice seats, man.
Firstly,
The
it was
other
a
doesn't look very
timeout,
impressed.
and I desperately wanted to back Exelman at Cranbourne. Got beat, by the way.
That's the
Poor
time you
Ryan.
have a chat with your girl.
Do you think that people around me wanted to talk to me? People don't like me. Anyway,
We like you, Cam.
hashtag NBL Overtime to get involved.
Who's going to win the cup?
The cup, Brisbane.
Oh.
And get Sobey in the squad.
Nah, Wildcats got that
Wildcats.
covered. B.
Still sleeping on the Wildcats?
I'm not sleeping on them.
Wildcats got that, B.